Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Alice welcome to Dr. Hank Seitz.
We got that energy going now, baby. I love it. This miraculous car accident, it gave me more material for my talk. Thank you, Lord. Just when I was running out of material and I was asking the Lord, Lord, give me some material, and the Lord answered, and I want to thank you, Lord. Like some people say, God darn it, Dr. Hank, would you please face reality? And I say, there is no way I'm ever going to face reality. And they go, really? And I go, yeah, because I'm going to create reality. And I hung on to that one moment, and I realized that I could have more of those moments if I just thought and felt so good about that moment. And the next day, I had a few more moments. And the next day, a few more moments. And within days, months, years, I healed myself. And it's all the power of God that we have to direct with our thoughts about what we want. I personally overcame. I was in a car accident about 12 years ago. I broke my neck. I was told I was supposed to have a stake, a rod in my neck, and that I'd be in pain the rest of my life. And you know what? I am healthier than I've ever been. And it's all because of these principles. So step 3 is that energy, you send out a signal to the whole universe. And you say to the universe, this is what I am wanting based on whatever that emotion is. So if it's bad emotion, the universe is going to give you the bad stuff. That's why stop thinking about the stuff you don't want. Because you're sending at all times this energy signal, and the universe is, so step 3, so step 1, your thought, goes to emotion, and step 3, God receives this, your signal, and then answers immediately. So everything that you have asked for, more money, more business, more happiness, better relationships, everything that you have asked for is sitting in this energy form, waiting for who? Waiting for you. That, you know, I don't want it in energy form. I want that person next to me in bed. I want the money in the bank. You know, whatever that is, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're wanting, that it can all come to you as you now allow, believe, and expect it to. And it will then take everything comes from the non-physical to the physical. But our eyes are deceiving. We say, well, this is it. And so we are so often just looking at what's happening, what is, and we're not thinking. So here's a tip, and I'd like you to write this down. It'll be a glorious way for you to expand everything in your life, is that stop looking at what is and say, no, this is true. Like some people say, God darn it, Dr. Hank, would you please face reality? And I say, there is no way I'm ever going to face reality. And they go, really? And I go, yeah, because I'm going to create reality.
Confused on life, why is that? Like, you know, I've asked for more money, or I've asked for more freedom, or for more happiness, and I couldn't get it, you know, and I didn't know what it was, but the path is how I create, is with my thought, and anything that I'm thinking about, even if I'm saying I don't want it, I'm thinking about it, and that thought then translates into an emotion, my feelings.
And so what I want you to write down is to think about what will be. How do you want it? Start calling it the way you want it, and disregard how it's currently happening, how it is.
What I help you with, whether it's the 3 steps to more money, whether it's living in the green zone, whether I'm a keynote speaker, that I will help people to experience, they'll be able to use right away on the techniques and the principles that I use in a fun way, a fun, exciting, motivating way, in order to say, wow, I can change my thought about whatever, some simple little thing, and that, wow, look at all the other thoughts that I have. And that's why I can prove to myself anything that I want to, that there is only good in this world, in our lives. And people say, oh, but what about 9/11 or recently a tragedy in Oklahoma or whatever? And that, first of all, it's not your experience. You have to look at your experience. And if you start looking at just your own experiences, the things you thought were bad actually got you to this point in order to be watching this video right now that I'm telling you will help you to free yourself.
That 6 weeks ago, I was involved in what most would call a car accident. That it actually was a divine intervention. Everything is a divine intervention when you start looking at it with the eyes of what Christians would say, from the eyes of Christ or the eyes of God. And so start looking at all of life and your life and every experiences that you've had in your current moment and then what will be, and start looking for the wanted, on what you want. I call it the Miraculous Car Experience that I was involved with. And here it is. Yeah, that's my brand new 3-month-old Ford Edge Titanium, and it was fully loaded. It right now is, I don't know, a little piece of metal about this big. I was removed by the jaws of life. So they had to remove me, that I was unconscious, and they basically had to peel me out of that. And this was actually, it was only 5 weeks ago that they did this. I was peeled from the car, and guess who won? The damn 18-wheeler won. 18-wheeler was towing an 18-wheeler in I-35, and it was slid out of control, and I was going 60 miles per hour and went right into it. And so do I blame that 18-wheeler? Oh no, I look for the miracles in all of it. Stitches on my head and forehead, you barely even see those stitches anymore. I had a crushed chest, still do. So I can't laugh too hard, but I will if it's funny enough. 4 front teeth hanging by a thread. They have them wired right now. I get new ones. I think they start that whole process next week. Swollen and black and blue everywhere. And still smiling. Now, at the time I was smiling as though it was on morphine. But there the hankers is. There the hankers is, and this is 5 hours after the Miraculous Car Experience. It was just absolutely amazing. What did it birth? It birthed proof of my angels being there. We all have angels. In fact, I invited your angels to come and sit on your shoulders, and I see your angel on each one of your shoulders. We have, yeah, can you feel that? Yeah. That we have angels that are always protecting us, are always guiding us. It's that what we don't know, they're right here with you. All those that have walked before you, to include your lovely 2 husbands, are right here with you right now. That we are all surrounded by this creative, infinite intelligence, these loving, guided energy that wants to take us to everything that we want. But we have to be clear of what we want, and we have to stop thinking about the unwanted. So what else did it do? Deeper and more meaningful relationship with God. I thought I already had one. I mean, I pretty much live in the clouds and flying around with the angels all the time. I kind of feel those wings get in the way once in a while. But I even have a better relationship with God. I really understand how life plays and how we can each make life play for us. That more meaningful relationships with so many people. With my wife, with the different people, and the love and the prayers. What prayer is we are each powerful creators. We create our own experience. That's why we're 100% responsible for our lives. And because we are these magnificent creators, with our thought, you can take your thought and wish me good health, and good health will be bestowed upon me. That's the power of prayer. And the prayer is when you're on your hands and knees, that prayer is your every moment, waking moment of thought. You're so careful, we're so careful with what we wear, aren't we? We want to make sure we wear the right stuff. We want to make sure our hair is looking good. You know, when you have a bad hair day, do you know there's only one person that knows you got a bad hair day? Who do you think that is? You! Nobody else knows, okay? We're using this valuable thought energy that we can take with our thought and go and create anything in this world, and we're using our thought to create a bunch of meaningless stuff or talking about the unwanted things that we want, that we don't want.
In fact, what I'm all about and what my passion is, what my mission and purpose in my life is it's to help myself and others become not just creators, but deliberate creators. And I just love that I have seen thousands of people using this teaching of mine in order to become deliberate creators. And it's just been amazing.
We got that energy going now, baby. We are loving it.
All I need to know comes to me today. All I need to